Hello, everyone. Welcome. This is NDISCO'S Village Meeting podcast on Africa, society, and culture. I am your host, Dr. Maslina M.OPARAOJI, or hostess, as some may like to call me. This is episode 11, series 2. After my Igbo um, topic of episode 10, I had shared that was going to be the last one for the month. But then a young one, after viewing the 10 unique Igbo attributes, called me immediately and said, Auntie, what about that of Mbaise? Because she's from Mbaise. And this is why I'm going into this briefly, because I also thought it would be a good piggyback to or continuation of that thought next to the Igbo one. Um, Again, this is going to be brief because I would like my young ones to do a deep dive into knowing more about Mbise on their own. Nothing I can say now. I can talk about Mbise for a whole day, but it's better for what they can find for themselves. So let's jump into it. Um, Mbise has 5 clans. Abaja, Ahara, Ikwerazu, isn't it? Anoko, Uvoro, or Uvoro, like some will write it. And these make up the 3 local government areas of Abo, Ahiazo, and Iznete. All are in Imo State, or this Mbise is in Imo State, southeast of Nigeria. People have, said that it's the largest clan in Imo State, and it might be true. Blessed with Ndieze, the Ozon, the chiefs, and much more. These people help in directing the affairs of the locals and representing Mbise in whatever capacity that they need to do. Mbise people are fertile, and we see that from women giving birth to 10 or more. My mom gave birth to 10, actually 11. And there have been records of births of 15 or more. And this give these women the rights of getting into that group called Eguku group. The Mbise people are very religious, and mainly Christians. About 90% of them are Catholic, and there's always a saying that Mbise has produced. Actually, it's a record there that Mbise produces the highest number of priests and nuns. Because families, you find families that have numerous priests and nuns within, their enclave. Um, and the rest of them are Protestants and other denominations, including African traditional religion. Again, back to the Catholic Church, that is where the reason why Ihara Mbise was, the diocese was asking for a bishop of our own because we think we deserve that. And thank God that has materialized. Mbise is the home of festivals. We have a lot of them. Iwakwa. I talked about Ntozioke in one of my episodes. You can go back and look at that. Ojimbise, and the biggest of them all, Iri Jimbise New Yam Festival, celebrated every August 15th of the year, which attracts the who and who in politics, business, all over. Every one of them wants to be in Mbise, um, um, to be seen and heard. But we welcome that. But the good thing is that no son or daughter of Mbise anywhere in the world tastes the new yam until blessed at the homestead. Mbise is home of traditional dances, be it Abache Kurumwa, where women dance, Ese, Ebe. Some of them are done from funerals. Obongalenge, Nkumabora for the young. And the biggest of them is Abibo Mbise, which is well known out there, world renowned. And it stands the test of time. People are copying from it, but there's none original as Abibo Mbise. Mbaise has food originating from the community that is uniquely Mbaise. We talked about yesterday, the other day, what we talked about, Oba, being used in the soup. It's just Mbaise where I've not seen that anywhere else where okra, Oba, and vegetable are mixed to produce araga. If you go to the market, people bound to ask, is that a one BC? Is that African oil bean from BC? Because there's a unique way that BC people prepare their own oba. And I have talked about Ajumbise in one of my episodes. So it's good for you to go back there because it originated from Mbisa and everybody else is copying and they are consuming this product. Why? Because of the numerous benefits to that. Again, go to my old episode and listen to that. Mbisa is a historical or historic landmark. Many don't know that RAP division, that Biafra War, research and production, where some of the needed military resources or um, 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 weaponry were um, thought about and composed was positioned in Mbaise. Apart from that, I had a declaration which is where the principles of the revolution that is penned by Chief Odumeku Ojukwu, then the military head, um, was unveiled in Mbaise, and that is why the book is called Ahera Declaration. And there is always a saying out there that the war started in Mbaise and ended on Mbaise soil. So go figure. Mbaise nwere mmadụ indeed. The unofficial motto is Onyagala nwanne ya. Most of the time, because we look out for each other, or there is the intention to do that, if we can. Um, we have all types of people. And I am going to try not to mention any names here because I'll be in trouble if I do. But I will try to not go into some areas where there are so many of them, like in politics. We know our well known people who have represented us, and we know those who have started businesses. We have known those who are heads of universities and those who represented us when the Nigerian time wasn't conducive at all to even speak up. So we have it at that. But we have entertainers, and we talk about Genevieve Naji, and Nollywood has our name penned down because that is where we have excelled as well. Um, Even Nollywood in diaspora, like Eva Banks, that are really putting that up there as well. These are the Kanayo. And so these are the few I want to mention. But then we have comedians like Okunwa Mama. So, we have also the younger ones. But the biggest of them all, we'll never forget, is Sir Warrior. Sir Warrior of Oriental Brothers International. um, represented us so well and still representing us well because his music never dies. And I'm hoping that one day Mbise will remember to, honor him. Um, we have one during the war. People were really sad and depressed, but there were young ones who put thoughts together and brought music to the life. And one of them is a late son of ours, of Mbise, Bob Mega of the Strangers, and it's worthy of mention. Mbiseans are intelligent, resilient, resourceful, um, they think progressively, and these sets of human beings are also gifted in whatever ways we can think of. Um, they are educated, very educated, highly educated, and they always strive to be better than who they are at every step. And people look at it again like all the attributes that the Igbo person has, then Mbaise has, and then added more. And so you will see them competing against themselves, not against anybody else. And so when people think they're proud of that, no, they're not. They're trying to do the best they can. And their women are very beautiful, and people come from far and wide, and they um well, for those that are born in Mbaise, the women, and they also marry beautiful ones into Mbaise. The women have a voice, unlike when people say no. The women have a voice, especially the Obu. When they come together and they want something done, you better do that. So I wanted to mention that. And each one of us, whether men or women, are handsome men and are beautiful women, we always we want to remain in Mbise land. We ask God to reincarnate us in Mbise land. That's the reason for that. I may not be able to give them all to you now, but something about Mbise. Mbise nation is envied. Let me say that now. Upon all this, that's the mixed reaction that I talked about. Maybe say man or woman is kind, giving, warm, very helpful. But what they don't like is when you try to con them or think that they don't have a brain in their heads. That's when the problem starts. And when they don't want you to take advantage of them, then people start calling them bad names. But all those who are friends to the NBC or have a kind of business dealing with them know that NBC person can be as straightforward as anybody else out there. So when you hear the phrase, oh, when you see an NBC man next to a snake and kill the NBC man before them, that's hogwash. I call it buff. It's a gaff. And we don't really care about that. So because we're brilliant and we're clever, and so we see you coming from 1 mile away. Now, I want to add this with some photo um, speak. All that I have talked about here, ranging from our place on the map to our yam, to the way we dress, to our young ones that we call Alonolo, to the strategic plans that Mbisa always has plans of her to better themselves, taking them from the third world status to the first class one. And we are proud of who we are. There's a copy of the Ahera Declaration. Our children are always trying to perform everywhere. It's say we always say it's so too, it's one. It's say we too. Okay. And we are always proud of who we are and love and be say. The last picture page is talking about all those that I've talked about. The Ajum Bise now being marketed in other forms. The Abibo, the Essay, Warrior. And that's a picture of Bob Mega, the late Bob Mega. Everything that I talked about. Professor Wala's book, I wanted to highlight for the young ones to go look at what he's talking about. That's a picture of my sister Eva Banks there, a Nollywood producer in the US, making us proud. Mbise Association Nutrition. This is where this person is talking more about um, the, the traditional medicine, not the Dibia, but the traditional medicine. An Mbise group just produced proverb books, Ilulu Igbo, and that is really worthy to be looked at there. And when we talk about our spiritual leaders, we have two very hardworking ones, the one for the Catholic and one for the Protestant. And I will always say I am proudly Mbise. I have this joke with people that my mother is from Mbano, my grandmother is from Mbitolo, but I am born Mbise. And that brings me around the cycle. And I love that. So thank you so much to the young ones. Please go out there and find what else I'm missing. I'm missing a lot. Find out who is your brother or sister in MBC nation, who has done what. Because we have people we are stepping on now, who have been there carrying MBC before we came on the stage. Know about them, and you start writing books, start telling the world about you. Thank you all. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and give me stars on Facebook if you can. I appreciate your listening. I am because you are. That's the spirit of Ubuntu. This is Dr. Maseno Paraji signing off. Thank you.